attention, please. Get the conversational tone down a little bit. We're going to start the program for the annual Cultural Diversity Luncheon. I'm Andy Bauk, a member of the Ingham County Cultural Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. I had the honor of being the former chair of this committee, and I think it's absolutely wonderful that we as a county get together on an annual basis and celebrate our diversity and our differences. It's amazing. I have the honor today to have the opening remarks, and we're also going to honor a founding member of this very committee who started this a long time ago. So I'll start with, I hope everyone enjoyed their lunch, a little diversity there. Thank you to Southside Smitties, they're over there working hard still. And the other option was Mediterranean from Sultans. They had another event to go to, so thank you, Sheriff, for your work with staff and serving us through the line. We've been doing this at Ingham County for a very long time. As a matter of fact, since 1999, we as employees have been getting together and celebrating our diversity. That is a long time ago. That was long before, throughout this country and even here, we formed our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Office. This was recognized a long time ago that each one of us is important and brings something to the table, something to the workplace. And it was decided a long time ago, in 1999, that to honor and celebrate that diversity and get to know each other better as a workforce, as county employees, that we should, what better way than get around the table and break bread together. No matter what department you're from, this started out as a potluck. Bring your favorite dish to pass, grab something, sit down and meet somebody new and talk to somebody you haven't talked to before. And it has evolved into this. All day, 2-session, meals in the middle, celebration of our cultural diversity, equity, and inclusion that was created here at the county. I say created here at the county, and the other part of this is I get to honor someone that started this. In our presence today, off to my right, is my friend, my sister, the founding member of the Ingham County Cultural Diversity Committee, Kimberly Milton Mack. Somebody deserves a standing ovation for that, because this happened in 1999. Honoring Kim today, because Kim decided to up and retire on us. So Kim retired from employment with Ingham County after 27 and a half years in April of this year, so not too long ago. So Kim, we hope you're enjoying your retirement so far. I know you are. Well, as mentioned, Kim was a founding member. From 1999, Kim had this vision. And I say she was a pioneer in this because no one else was doing this. Kim has got to be a leader in this space. She has mentored and educated many county employees and those in the general public about the importance of celebrating diversity. And I had the opportunity to speak at a retirement party here a week or so ago, and I mentioned the word pioneer early on, and some of the other things that took place. It wasn't just Ingham County. Kim was recognized by Mayor Shore of the city of Lansing. Now get this, I read a proclamation from the mayor declaring May 24th Kimberly Milton Mackey Day in the city of Lansing. She got a day named after it. So I stuck with the P thing of pioneer, proclamation, and I came up with a few other words to me that describe Kim, and if you know her, you'll understand. Those words are purpose. Kim has always had a purpose in this space when it came to educating people about the importance of celebrating our differences, not just how we're alike. It was her mission as a young employee at the Register of Deeds office where she started her career, and she continued that work on finishing up her career as a senior deputy court clerk down at BMC at 30th Circuit Court. Pride is another P word that describes Kim. She's a very proud individual, proud of the color of her skin, proud of the clothes that she wears, proud of the way that she communicates, and very proud to have served with every one of you at the county level. Passion. If you know Kim, you may have heard these words before. Listen. She gave me that a few times. Listen, Andy, listen. So I would probably shut my mouth and open my ears and listen to the wisdom and listen to the passion that comes out of her mouth. And then positivity. The positivity that she brought to Ingham County for 27 and a half years, and the positivity she brought to this committee specifically will be greatly missed. The last one, I said this at a retirement party, it's a little bit of a stretch. The P's silent, but it's spelled P-F-O-R-C-E. She is a force. She is a force to be reckoned with in this space and in the community. Amazing work you've done. What started as a potluck in 1999 has evolved and turned into this. Rest assured, even in your retirement, this will continue, this will carry on, and your legacy will be in place.
Amen, amen.
One last little bit, as a offer to keep you involved, the Ingham County Cultural Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee voted at our last meeting to form an advisory board, to have advisory members give us that guidance, share with us that wisdom. And the first member of the advisory board, if she chooses to accept it, is Kimberly Milton Mack. So, Jim, I didn't have a chance to talk with you. Would you like me to bring you the mic, or just leave my comments as they? Yep. We're going to leave it at that. I do have a little video to play, so let me hit play on my fancy clicker here. I got to put the microphone down so you can hear me. We had a few issues today, but we worked through them, so bear with me. Thank you hardly cuts it, but thanks, Kim, for all you've done. This has grown from a luncheon into a unity in the community picnic that we share with Ingham County proper. If you're a resident here, stop by the picnic. It's grown into a Safe Space Advocates program. If you have questions regarding diversity, equity, inclusion, we have employees in the county trained to answer those questions. And this all happened under your watch, under your leadership, and the vision continues to grow. So, can't say it enough. Thanks, Kim. I might be a ride home too. I'm looking forward to it. All right, at this point, I'd like to turn it over to the Vice Chair of the Cultural Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, Ms. Keisha Better. Well,
those wonderful remarks from Kim are certainly a blessing to us. You are the reason why I joined this committee 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So, based on that, here's how it works. Let me look at the thing here. Okay, so the mission of the, I'm sorry? Is it not me? No. Okay. All right. Okay, read it here. Okay. So the Ingham County Cultural Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, we meet monthly, and the goal is to provide employees with education and professional resources about multicultural society, to engage in difficult conversations, and to foster a better workforce and a better work environment. How to become a member? You can scan this code right here. You can go to www.dei.ingham.org, and the committee welcomes anyone that is interested in becoming a member. Thank you. I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Rachel, who is the president of our Safe Space Advocacy Program, to let her know more about
Hello, everyone. I'm Rachel, the president of our Safe Space Advocates Program. So some of the things that the DEI committee, as well as Safe Space Advocates and the DEI office, put on our different events. These are a couple of flyers that we have. Under Sheriff Bauch mentioned the Unity in the Community, and one other event that we have scheduled for this year is the BIPOC Community on Christmas Day. I believe we'll also send out emails with those flyers later in the year, so keep your eyes peeled. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Safe Space Advocates program. This month is one of our advocate meetings. We have an advocate meeting every other month. Anyone is welcome to become a Safe Space Advocate. Talk to your supervisor to make sure that it's okay. And you can sign up with this QR code down here or through the DEI website. This particular month, we're going to be talking about Juneteenth. That's kind of our theme for the month. So any questions and things that you have, any concerns, if you just want to learn more about it in general, attend our Juneteenth session. We'll talk more about it in detail. We are also planning a Safe Space Advocate training in July 16th. We will be sending out information for that as well. You can become an advocate again with this QR code, or you can find out more at safespace.ingham.org. Safe Space Advocates Program is a program where any and all employees can come to a Safe Space Advocate Program and ask questions in a safe space. So for example, I'll use myself as an example. I am a bi person, and that creates a lot of confusion a lot of the times with different conversations that I have. A lot of people don't understand what that means. They don't understand what it is. So Safe Space is a place where they can go and ask those questions without feeling rude. They can learn more. You can talk more. You can talk about issues that are bothering you, things that affect your workday, things that are maybe going on in your life that also affect your work. It's a safe space to talk, and it's judgment-free. You're able to ask questions, let out your voice, be in a safe space for you. All right, and with that, I'm going to turn it over to my Vice President, Casey Pierce.
Hello everybody, my name is Casey. I am the Vice Chair for the Safe Space Advocates. Today I will be introducing our speaker. In his current role as Executive Director of the Capital Area Health Alliance, he truly believes that the CAHA aligns with his personal values, which is also shared by Mother Teresa. That none of us, including me, ever do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Together, we can do something wonderful. These efforts are directly linked to CAHA's mission that recognizes the effectiveness of working on challenges together. No single organization can resolve or achieve on its own, and is trusted to regional hub for collaboration with the proven ability to network and convene a broad, diverse groups of stakeholders and form community partnerships to collectively address complex issues with equity in healthcare. He works tirelessly to support the care of the people and continues to help the greater Lansing area thrive. Please help me welcome Jason White.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you today? Good afternoon. Awesome. I am nervous, but I'm going to quote someone who just gave me some great wisdom. Miss Sue Graham said, "Everyone wants to see you succeed." So thank you, Sue. So I will be sharing several slides. I'm going to make sure I progress this along. On Juneteenth, in history, the historic education of, well, I better read this slide instead of my own slide, sorry. The historic moments, how it became a holiday, diverse celebrations, and unification of communities. I do apologize, I'm going to read off the slide, don't be mad at me.
Go ahead.
But I do want to make sure that you guys have a true understanding of the history of Juneteenth. So on September 22nd, 1862, President Abraham Lincoln issues Emancipation Proclamation. On January 1st, 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation takes effect and abolishes slavery in the Confederacy. Roughly about a year and a half later, Missouri legislature abolishes slavery in Missouri, a border state. In January 31st, in 1865, the Congress passes the 13th Amendment to abolish all slavery in the U.S., a very noteworthy event. In June 19th, 1865, and this is kind of that historical relevant story that even within certain surrounding communities, some individuals believe that this was definitely the kickoff to Juneteenth. The troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to inform those Texans that the Civil War is over and slaves are free. From there, you progress, from several months later, the 13th Amendment is ratified and slavery is abolished in the remaining states of Delaware and Kentucky. Fast forwarding 114 years, Texas passes legislation declaring Juneteenth as a state holiday. And then another 42 years later, President Biden signs law declaring Juneteenth as a national holiday. We already mentioned that the federal holiday got its existence in 2021, and it was signed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act into law. First new federal holiday since the Martin Luther King Day, which was adopted in 1983, which is about 40 plus years. It's considered the longest running African American holiday. It's called America's Second Independence Day, and is celebrated and called a Jubilee. There are a lot of celebrations that take place around this holiday. Celebrations of Black achievement, history, cultures, It says parades, but I know that there is the Lansing Juneteenth parade that takes place every year, if I'm not mistaken. You have, I'm mentioning Detroit, and I apologize everyone, but I'm from the Detroit, Ingham County area. You have the Eastern Market, Juneteenth, Freedom Fest. MSU has adopted Juneteenth, and they highlight it there. You also have our wonderful Kimberly Milton Mackey, who established this wonderful organization or committee, and which has now led us to the annual Diversity Recognition Luncheon, which has been taking place since 1999.
Beautiful.
Juneteenth is a recognition of expressions of freedom. Some of the noteworthy historical things that have come out of it has been, I'm sorry, reading my notes everyone, I write horrible. So historical achievements in science, engineering, and philanthropy. You also have incorporating cultural beliefs and religion. You have expression through song and dance, but you also have countless and literary works. And some of those noteworthy individuals are James Baldwin. I will read those quotes, and I apologize if that's annoying, but I really like this quote. We can all disagree and still love each other unless your disagreement is rooted in oppression and denial of my humanity and right to exist. James T. Baldwin. So this is some of the wisdom through our written word. There are also several Emancipation Day celebrations. Others, nations celebrate Emancipation Day. The people of Nacimiento in Mexico hold a festival and reunion known as El Dia de los Negros on June 19th. Since 2021, the United Nations has designated August 31st as an International Day for people of African descent. I gotta say questions. I am continuing everyone, but I am happy to answer any questions anyone has. I will say it is always truly an honor to be able to be in a room with such great individuals as yourself. I've had an opportunity to meet Sheriff. I know you're the sheriff. I'm the sheriff. I don't see him. As I mentioned, there's several other just key people who are invested in the work around Juneteenth and the things that come out of understanding why diversity, equity, and inclusion is important, especially police. So please, I thank you for having me here today. And thank you, committee, for having me here today. I won't answer any questions because I still have the mic in my hand, but I don't want to answer questions, but I will. Okay, well, okay. Easy with please, easy.
Okay, I promise you.
Okay.
So,
And please, you might want to stand up here because you're going to get thrown out.
okay, so we know that Juneteenth was created a federal holiday, but are you able to give us some background on what that fight looked like? Right.
What the fight look like?
To have that done.
Okay.
So the process, like the Crown Act happened before that happened, like the different struggles we had in the Senate trying to get certain things passed for us and recognized for us. That's what she said.
Okay.
What is the fight? What would the fight be for the Black community?
What would be the fight be for the Black
For the
community?
Black community.
Having a seat at the table. Having a seat at the table. Being able to share your insights and why it's important to be able to have that voice. And I really think that, that's kind of what even CAHA, the company I work for, we try to incorporate that work into the work that we're doing, because we're currently running the Health Equity Council, which is ran through Ingham County and through CAHA, and it gives us the opportunity to be in the community and say, hey, these are the issues that we're dealing with, and you know, it's important to us. So even though some people want to try to say, oh, there's people just complaining, but it's not true. Like, these are issues that affect not just Black Americans, but a lot of our Latino, a lot of our Muslim partners or residents in the area. So that's my high-level response. Please forgive me if it's not, it meets your expectations. But that's my response. So I hope it's valid.
So why is it important that we celebrate Juneteenth? It was something that happened for Galveston, Texas. So why is it important that it's a national holiday and that we celebrate it too?
I'm going to speak personally. It's important for me and my family, because it gives my children an opportunity to look back and say, you know, what is Juneteenth and what is the struggle behind the work that you all are doing, why it's important. It gives my children a way to connect with the past. I think that sometimes things get lost, generally just because as you go through life, people don't see the relevance anymore. I think that this is just an opportunity for us to be able to allow our children's children to celebrate and invest in, when I say invest, I mean personally invest in the culture in which they represent. All right, no more questions.
I have an easy one.
All right, easy questions.
I think it's easy, okay. Why is it called Juneteenth? And is it on a specific day of June or like?
It's not on it's not on a specific day. Yeah, go ahead, just raise your hand.
It was originally called Jubilee. That was the way we originally named it. And individuals who commercialized it named us. Oh.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to call Commissioner Barbena up here right now. I am Felice Rodriguez. I am the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Director here at Ingham County. And I've gotten a wonderful opportunity over the last 2 years to meet all of you. And one of the things that we want to incorporate into the culture of Ingham County is recognition. And so we want to thank you and show that we do appreciate all the hard work that you do. As I've gotten to know you, your departments, and the work that you put forward, I recognize how much servant leadership is at the forefront of everything we provide in this community. It's like when I talk about my boss, Greg Todd, I'm like, I don't have one boss. All of you, including community, are my boss. All of the requests come in. As a matter of fact, he's the easy one. But I'm inviting Commissioner Barbena up here with me. I'm going to just kind of toggle through some slides here. And these are the years of service. I think the top years of service that were recognized in 2023, we have an employee list on here with 35 years of service. Wow.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you to you guys. So, DEI, so diversity, I'll have to just look across the room. It's beautiful. So, recognition. We see you guys all over the place, and forgive me, but I sometimes forget names, but you always remember faces. So, that goes to you guys too. When you see each other in Myers or at the Linda baseball game or at the Spark Bowl, say hi, even if you don't know, so that you recognize them as a fellow county employee. So, am I? Okay. I do want to extend appreciation for the things you do, making people safer, the court system, the road department, the treasurer's office, human services, medical services, everything that you do makes Ingham County a better place, and it helps the people that are here. I have been serving as commissioner for a term and 3 quarters, I guess. So my term ends like in November. But I have learned so much from all of you guys. And so in that I'm appreciative. Yesterday, I had 3 constituents email me, and I was able, with help of people doing what you do, to send them to the right place. So it's humbling really to know that I don't know all the answers, but between all of the people in this room, you know a lot more than just me alone. So that is very humbling. I guess that's all.
Okay, no, that was it, just a thank you.
Just thank you to everybody here. Thank you for taking the time to come. I know McDonald's might have been faster, but it means something to work and to get to know people that work in your same organization and know them a little better, because it can help you in your job too. So thank you.
Beautiful, yes.
Well, thank you for those last words, Bob. I think he's right. Cross-collaboration is key. And so the nice thing about my office is that, like, I've heard, as in the county, well, that's the way we've always done it. Stay in your lane. That's my job. That's our role. That's our department. The one thing I have to say about that when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion is we're insidious. I don't have a lane. My name is in every single department.
That's right.
So that means that there is always going to be purpose. I'm always going to ask why. And my sticker that I keep on my laptop that kind of grounds me is I'm a polite menace, right? I think we can do our work with respect and dignity. If you tell me that a process exists, I'm going to ask you why. Well, how come we're doing it that way? Have we thought about doing it differently? Can we talk about creativity? Can we talk about innovation? These are the things that we need to progress our processes so that we can continue and improve our services for our community. So with that, I would like to turn this over to more of our committee members, but before I do, if you are serving on a Safe Space Advocate Committee, like Ingham County Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, will you please stand so that we can all recognize you for the